So I'm here today to talk about athletics with Steve Eford, our athletic director, and Sarah Larson, a Trinity parent and coach, and I'm excited about this conversation. It's part one of a two-part conversation. Today we're going to talk about why we do athletics at Trinity, the big picture, and we've always said at Trinity that why is the most important question, and I think the answer to that is the same for all of our athletes, whether they are elite athletes that may go on to play in college, even Division I level, to the novice athlete that's just trying a sport out for the first time. The purpose of Trinity Athletics is to fulfill the mission of Trinity, to offer a classical Christian education, and that means developing two things in students, faith and virtue. And this is one of the things that we always aim at. We've got a compass of the four cardinal virtues. It's similar to our digital compass, and we'll share that with all of our parents so you can take a look at it. I just have to say that I think there may be no place at Trinity more than athletics where these virtues are developed. So I want to talk a little bit about this idea of developing virtue in our kids, and we talk about the four cardinal virtues of wisdom and the virtues of self-control, justice, and courage. Those are like the primary colors, if you will, of virtue, that if you've got those right, you can build any other virtues out of them. They're sort of the fundamental hinge virtues. And I think of the ways in which athletics develops those. And I think that it's different sports in different ways, but I wondered if you all could talk just a little bit about ways you have seen in the different sports you've been involved with, or Steve, as you've observed lots of different sports as an athletic director here and at a previous school, how you've seen some of those virtues developed in student athletes.
I was coaching basketball a handful of years ago, and we had students running sprints at the end of practice, and they had to hit a certain time. If they didn't hit the time, then they had to keep track of that, and at the end of practice, they all had to step up and run those ones again that they missed. So it had a lot to do with honesty. We weren't keeping track, and we weren't keeping tabs on who had finished the time. So at the end of the drill, if we ran 5 sprints, we said, how many did you miss? If you missed one, you step up on the line and run another one. And several did have to run again, and it came down to the last one, and we asked who missed this last one, and only one student raised his hand. And as he did that, all the seniors on our team also, who had all made their times, they all stepped on the line with him. And I'm getting goosebumps as I'm telling that story because that was such a special moment. But they all ran the sprints with him, and then the whole team joined in, and everybody ran that last sprint. Wow. And I remember at our end-of-year banquet saying if we didn't accomplish anything else that whole season, we had a successful season, wins and losses as well, but if we didn't accomplish anything else, then that was just great honesty, integrity, sportsmanship, camaraderie, all those things just were
solidarity with the team, yeah.
And in that moment, all those things came together, and it's just a really special thing to see.
That's great. It also, I think, captures Trinity's motto of non nobis, not to us, Lord. It's sort of it's not about me alone. We're together in this.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, that's powerful. There are these cardinal virtues that are part of living well for all of us. There also are the theological virtues of faith, hope, and love that crown them. And particularly as we think about Trinity as a Christian school, I'm interested in the ways in which our athletic programs help students develop their faith. How do our sports teams help them learn to love God and love others well?
I had been running through the Trinity neighborhood myself, and I started praying for other folks while I was running, and it gave me something to focus on besides like, okay, I'm not feeling all that great, or my legs are tired, or my lungs are hurting, or whatever, and it took the focus off of kind of the negative and helped me to focus on someone else that I could pray for. And so when I came to practice that day, I had some Sharpie markers, and I was like, write down the name of someone that you could pray for and that you could dedicate this race to. I think it was right before conference. And I know that meant a lot to some of the students because we had a former student that had just passed away. And so they were able to write down, I'm going to be running for Weston and be able to dedicate this run to him and to focus on not just ourselves, but on others as well.
Let's have another conversation, and we'll have other folks join us. especially about this. It's really important, how do we balance at Trinity the competitiveness and the excellence that we want in the program with the opportunity for many to participate. And that does create some real tensions, but real opportunities for the school too. And so I think that's a really important conversation, and we'll continue with this in a couple of weeks.
That'd be great.
But I want to thank both of you for your time today. The athletic program is so important to the school. Whenever anyone asks me why we have sports at Trinity, this is what I talk about. It helps us deliver the mission, the Christian mission of the school, in really powerful ways. And you'll find that in our expanded mission statement. If you go on to our website and you look at our expanded mission statement, especially under that section called of Unhurried, you will see discussions of athletics exactly along the lines of what we've been talking about here today. So thank you for your leadership, and thanks for talking with me today.
Thank you.
Go Lions.
That's right.
Go Lions.
Go Lions.